world may never know. Hmm. I bet it's upstairs. Oh, it's out for delivery. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hi, Lynette. My I ordered some templates from Sonar, her mini box tote. I love making those for conventions. They go in a good medium price range, and the template's out for delivery. I'm really excited because my paper pattern, I made it out of heavy cardstock and then put that on cardboard, and it's 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 got way too many uses. It's time for it to retire and get recycled. Good morning. So I'm excited about that. So this morning, I thought I was going to film today. Honestly, thought I was going to film. My kids are back to school from spring break, but spring break is still occurring for like after school programs. So all of them will be home before 3. And my son, he was the only one that was supposed to have after school program today, but because he has flag football at 6, he can't go to the after school. So everybody's going to be home, and then also BG&E. BG&E's are gas and electricity out here. They're like doing something with a gas line from when the neighbor, remember the neighbor digged it up, they came out, they did like a patch job, and they did like several tests like the day after the to make sure there was no more gas to do a permanent job. They're here and they have the excavator and all these other tools, and I'm just like, oh my god. So no filming today. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm gonna miss DB though. um. So yeah, all the BG guys. Like I turned into the parking lot, um, and I seen them all. I was like, okay, yeah. Last time you guys were here, you turned away Mel. You turned away all these people because you're working on the gas lines. So I have that to go. Morning. So that I'm excited that I'm gonna sew like a tester bag, but I really wanted to um sew my video for today. But spring break and gas and electric's like, no, Shinobi, you're not. But I'm excited. I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a light sew like the Bella. If you were familiar with Backstitch Fabrics, they have a round that's opening up on Friday that is called Back to Basics, but there's nothing basic about the round. They're beautiful, like matte prints, saddle smooth prints, and texture, crackle, all these different kind of like non-fandom prints and vinyls. And I am going to sew up a wallet with one of them today, just to see how it does with it. I'm excited about it though because I sewed up the a little tombstone bag from Crosswind Designs, and it was fun to work with. And what I liked about they give you the millimeters and how thick it is and whatnot, and they were really receptive to things that we like. The testing team was like, okay, we don't like this one, or this one stretches too much. They were so receptive. So I'm really excited to see this round because I seen a lot of groups like and so whatever creative bag making, bag productions and whatnot. They'll be like, where can I get vinyl? And I have a lot of places I can get vinyl. Like I always like my go-to is Laura Mormino, Emmeline Bags, and so on and so forth. But to see another small business come out with different vinyls that are unusual, like the Crackle. Oh my god. I already have this dragon scale theme bag in my head with it. Don't bother. It's a good one. You now everybody when you get abbreviations, you're gonna just come up with like different like codes for it. So I think I'm gonna do the Bella wallet today. I've been wanting to make that since the holidays when it came out. So speaking of holidays, fam, Jenny's Countdown box is open to pre-orders now for Christmas. So I'm coming to you. I know for sure I'm going to do Stitch Supply Co., but her thing doesn't usually come out until June or July. And that's when I was going to have this conversation about what bags we should, what holiday advent calendars should we try. But yes, they're already starting to roll out, which is the Jenny Countdown one. You have an option to pay 50% down or pay for the whole thing, and it is a pre-order. I like there is a person named Raven and she does quilts. I love watching her unbox the Jenny Countdown. She's so good with it. Like, and she's very honest. That's I always like people that are honest, like, oh, I wouldn't buy this, this if it wasn't given to me in this advent calendar, or this is not what I like, or this is amazing. I've been looking for something like this. I like really real and raw reviews. So yes, I noticed yesterday I got an email from Jenny's Missouri Star saying that the pre-orders for the Christmas box is out, which is funny because I was going to come up to you and tell you guys on Friday, on April 30th is exactly 6 months away from Halloween. So I wanted to do some like fun pre-Halloween stuff, like the last week of April is it's the 6 months away. Lo and behold, never crossed my mind that we're getting to that almost that halfway mark for the holidays when things start having pre-orders for advent calendars and whatnot. So I'm keeping an eye. I'm looking at to see if So Yours is going to have anything. I don't know of who else is having any. There's like been like a lot of rumors that some of these bigger names are going to have stuff. So I'm curious because I'm not trying to get more than three. Um, and already one spot is already solidified. I am getting Stitch Supply Co.'s calendar box no matter what. That to me was my favorite box last year. So, oh, yeah. It's not wind. There's like was a little gust of wind yesterday, but my allergies are so inflamed right now. I have like my cheeks are all rosy. It felt like I kind of got bit. It's just allergies are not they suck. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up to you and keep your eyes peeled. If you guys see an advent calendar that I haven't mentioned, put it in the comments because it helps out the whole community when we can see what we want. I kind of want to go Sally Tomatoes as well because their Christmas advent calendar. When I was watching people's, I was like, I should have got that one. So I'm like all for um I think I honestly think I'm gonna go Stitch Supply and Sally Tomatoes, and the third one will be something I never tried before. Because those two boxes last year just blew my mind. The Jenny box always has something unique, but I think the Missouri Star quilting does gear more to quilts. And because I don't quilt even two quilts in a year, I think that's one of the reasons why I refrain from purchasing it. I like things that are a little bit more bag oriented or like universal sewer kind of orientated. So I don't know. I'm hoping some other really cool designers come out with something like I'm really hoping that like Lauren does because she's really good with accessories. I think she would make a really good box. So Yours was their first time last year, so they probably learned what to change and what to do. So they may come out with a really good box. I know there's just a lot of people coming out with it. Zarel's looked really good. I know Fireweed Stitch looked good. So there's these places, but I'm curious to see who else comes out with one. I actually secretly want Sarah Lawson to come one. I don't know if she even it's on her radar. It's just she really finds really good notions. Stitch Supply, Stitch Supply Co. I believe. I always think ahead because this is how that I'm frugal. Like I don't have a whole lot of disposable cash, and when I do things like this, when my dog comes up, where there's a high probability I won't be able to go to Florida because I spent my Florida money on Loki surgery, and I don't regret it at all. It was the best decision I've ever made because he's Ohana, right? So I if I'm going to get a box, I'm going to save up or like if I sell something, I'm going to put the money aside for it. So I for when Stitch Supply Company, the first time I even heard of them was the year prior with Jessica Okerud. She was showing her box and they had all these personalized things. And every day I was looking at her calendars openings and I was just like, holy moly. So what I did is the following year we brought in the New Year's and I would then stock Stitch Supply's Instagram. And then it's in June, she had like a 3-day countdown to show with like the same color of the box was going to be, and I immediately got it. And I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 175 or 195. Um, and see, the year prior to that, I did Sally Tomatoes first box, and that one was like 150, but the box last year was like 259. So I don't like, I only reason why I get these boxes is because I'm always dishing out Christmas presents for everybody else, but apparently I'm a hard person to buy for. I don't think so. If you get me something nerdy or sewy, I'm pretty much okay with it. Or pins. I have this thing with pins. I don't know. I accidentally take people's pins all the time. Accidentally. um, so I don't know. I feel like that's a present to myself. And also you're supporting a small business. So I don't think anything's gonna ever make me not want to go to Stitch Supply Co. Because last year was amazing. The box was amazing. I used things from the box on a daily basis. So it was an amazing box. Even the socks. I man, those socks are good because they have like the cushions in the heel and the toe box, and you're just like, chef kiss. And Sally Tomatoes like went for their second year, they went hardcore. Even their videos packing up the boxes was unbelievably cute. It was like looking at Santa's workshop for us because we like sewing supplies. I know a zipper pull surprise box. I'm just saying, I thought even like of a designer like came up with a small collection. What if a pattern designer comes up with a small collection and like inside the box, like they'll have a new pattern that's exclusively to the box for like, I don't know, a month or two. And it's like key fobs, pouch, knack bag, like little things that that comes out specifically that has that the designer's aesthetic. Like when you see an Ora Rosa bag, you know it's an Ora Rosa bag. Same with Lavender and Twine, Country Cow, Noodlehead, so on and so forth. So like I thought it would be cool if they collaborated with like a fabric company and have like, okay, we're going to for like have a 3-day thing like that we're going to be making this tote, but this is the fabric, and the next day you open the hardware or whatever. There's so many ways you can do an advent calendar. You don't have to do the whole 25 days. You can do a 12-day advent calendar. Um, I don't know. You could do 8 days so that way you can do the 8 crazy nights, like there's so many ways you could do it. I'm hoping that more people come out with it because the more people come out with it, that means that there's different price levels, and that means that more people can be included on it. They're not putting $200 is a lot of money. Um, so that's what I'm doing. And I usually did two, but tomorrow this year I think I'm going to do a third one, and I'm going to do something completely different that I haven't never purchased before. So in my head I'm thinking Zorel or Firewood Stitch, or I'm hoping like Lauren comes out with one because literally I think she would be good at it because she has really cute notions. But I know it has to be incredibly stressful because you have to get stuff made so far in advance. And another person I think should do it is New Moxie. Nicole's hardware and her zipper pulls are amazing. Plus, she does fabric. So I just thought like a box from her, even like a 12-day box, would be amazing because there is nothing I've ever got from her that's not great quality and beautiful. Like I like the Hungry Hippies. I'm gonna probably make a bag out of that tomorrow. Um, so I don't know. I just thought like people like that, or Natalie always has really cool vinyls from Hungry Hippie. Like what if she has like a special vinyl that's part of that thing and have like smaller, she's also a pattern designer. What if she creates a pattern that's just exclusively to the advent calendar? Like I just feel like there's a lot of ways people can go with this. I know I'll be like emailing people, Sarah, have you thought about doing a box? Sarah Lawson, you create really great patterns and you get the best notions. Did you see Tool Pink featured her stuff from the Mini Ken season 4 yesterday? I was like, yay. They're cute. You guys are gonna love them. I can't wait to start showing them when they come out. I didn't do all of them, but I did some, and my favorite one is the baking dish, and I do like the bin. Everyone uses the bin in my house. There's two different shapes. Like they're these minikins seem a little bit different from the first 3 seasons. The first 3 seasons seems like I'm not gonna lie, I tell people to get it because they're great for craft shows and holiday marks, or like little leather things that you can create real quick. They're great because they're pouches that look unique. My favorite minikin pattern to this day is a Zeppelin. Um, Men love that. Men love that. I do it in like a faux brown leather or faux or a cork. It works out. This Minikins is like, I feel like you're getting a full fledged 12 patterns, like 12 like really good patterns that I haven't seen out there. So I'm excited to see what people think about it. We've known about it for a while. We've been testing for it a while, and I gotta say, Sarah's a great person to test for. She's really receptive to change. She's open to ideas and communications, and she's coming out with these ideas left and right. I didn't. I the cookware one was like, yes, I didn't mind Tim Holtz fabric, so I cannot wait till you guys see it. That's like one of my favorite patterns. And like Kindle's like, can we use them? Like, not until the pattern releases, because I'm always afraid that I'll lose pictures or something, and then and then when I need to retake it, now it has like food stains or something on it. It looks lived in. A zipper pull surprise box would be awesome. I think New Moxie could do that because she has like non-fandom stuff, and like, or just it's she's really good at hardware. Or like she has like, I don't know if you guys are aware, because a lot of people ask me, where do I get hardware that's like purple or red and you can have all of it? There's two places that I always go for color. One is New Moxie because she has the rivets, the purse feet. She even has handmade signs in that color. So she has like them red, blue, purple, whatnot. The other one is Catherine from Sew Your Own Box. She's another one that has the whole thing. She doesn't just have like the swivel hooks and the D rings. She has the rivets, the purse feet, and all, and like even the triangle glider things. Like she has all of it, and I feel like that's really important. So it would be really cool if somebody came out with a box with like Till hardware or like white or some color that we haven't seen, and the kit is like the whole set. Like, okay, these are, you're gonna get 24 rivets. You're gonna get two back like sets of bag feet. I like unusual color hardware. I cannot give you all the minikins are good. I ask That's like asking me what my favorite child is. Each one of the seasons are different. I like the first season because there was nothing like that ever out before, and I honestly used like 6 out of the 12 patterns, 6 out of the 8 patterns, or 6 out of the 12. The second season, that's my favorite pattern. I like is the Zeppelin. The Zeppelin, it comes together like an origami thing, and I don't know why it just works. The third season, I use probably like 2 or 3 patterns. This fourth season, I'm gonna tell you to get, just because you have everything from like sewing machine covers to like the pottery thing for your casseroles and stuff like that. I cannot tell you how excited I am, because I was thinking like, what if you have a friend that's like, I don't know, let's say had surgery on their kneecap, you bring them the casserole dish, but wouldn't it be cool to like make the casserole holder like something that they love, like Star Wars, and you give them the whole thing? Like, I don't, or like it would be nice to give to a newlywed couple or two people that just moved in. Like, here's your welcome gift. Like, there's so many cool ideas in this one. She has a basket that's rectangular, and then she has one that's square. She has frames, so you can purchase the frames from her. And the square one right now, I'm using as a waste basket. I made like a really cool one out of vinyl, and I made it a waste basket, but it's really cool because the inside is waterproof canvas, right? So I'm not using plastic bags. I just like dump stuff into the bigger trash can, and then I use Clorox bleach and wipe down my waterproof canvas. I'm like really excited about that because I try to not use plastic as much as I do, and it's hard. It's hard what we do because everything we get in bag making comes in what? Plastic. So the casserole one is cool. So you have that. You have like a couple cool pouches that unzip and they open out, which I love those. I think they're really cool birthday gifts for like, especially like littles. Like you can make it a theme. You can make it like a Minecraft thing and buy little Minecraft Legos and get a gift card so they could play Minecraft on thing. Like it could be a whole theme. Like I feel like this season is just about having like fun. And I don't know, and the baskets, the fact that we have a rectangle one and we have a square one, I think is the coolest thing. I think it's the coolest thing. I made 2 of the rectangle ones, and they put that on top of the bathroom, and they put all the guest towels in it. So like it's cool. And I got to use I used this Pride and Prejudice zombie like Alexander McQueen thing, and it's in the bathroom, and no one notices it because they just like, oh, it's such a pretty fabric, but they don't understand like the tool print is like zombies. So I was like, get to keep my little bit of Halloween and just like a lot of different ones. I like the jewelry holder. I never even would have thought of that, but my abuelita would have been like head over heels. I don't wear a ton of jewelry. Everything I wear is usually on me, but I think that's like a really cool thing because what if you give that to someone that just freshly got their ears pierced? You can put all like different like earrings in it, or like that would be a cool little gift to give to someone like faith and hope. What if I got them hoops and rings and put it all in there, wrap it up, and that's a good gift to give someone. And it's a place to keep the jewelry. Like my kids are horrible with caboodles or jewelry boxes, but they may do better with something that zips all around that they can just throw in their drawer. So I really like this season because I thought she thought out of the box for almost every single pattern. There's not a pattern on here I didn't like. The book cover, I used Rashida Coleman's fabric, and that came out. It comes together so fast. Like I was testing it, and I think I was talking because Monica's also a tester for Sarah. I was testing it, and I think I was talking to Monica for like 45 minutes, and from cut to finish, I was dead. I was like, well, yeah. So and me being a book lover, I thought it was cool because I could protect my book because I have a tendency of sleeping with books on my face if I fall asleep. But if it's already in its cover, then Kindle can just zip it up and take it off my face. Um, he does that a lot. He has to take it off. So there's just like a lot of different ones. I'm really excited to see what everyone makes. It's not like a theme of pouches. It's not a theme of bags. It's like a theme of just multiple different things, and I like it. I like the little trunk with a zip pouch. I like. There's just she did a lot. No, I didn't make all of them, unfortunately. We as testers can make all of them. She tells you to make what you are able to. There was a lot of different things that happen, and sometimes if I'm testing from other people that I don't like to test patterns at the same time. So what happens is like this weird thing happens. So when a one designer comes out with something, all of a sudden all these other designers have an immediate idea. So I try not to test more than 2 to 3 patterns within the same time frame. Because it could become overwhelming, or if I'm making videos on it, I don't want to mess up, and um, I test patterns thoroughly, like because I like if I feel like I'm not understanding something, I express it, I tell them. So there was other patterns. So I think I tested 4 out of the 12, maybe. Um, yeah, I think 4 or 5. And I didn't test all of them, but I've been seeing all of them because I'm in the tester group, and the people are just knocking them out of the park. They all look really cool. The castle one is my favorite because I love the round or the rectangle lake. I think it's genius. It was my favorite pattern to make. I was like, it comes together relatively quickly. And the cool thing is like I normally when I see casserole dishes, they're like flowers. And don't get me wrong, those are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not like a floral person. And I was like, I'm gonna make some really cool Halloween ones, Christmas ones, Easter ones, and just Fourth of July, and then have like really cool themes. And I thought it would be awesome as a welcome gift, like if someone bought a new home, or they just moved in, or they just got married, or whatever. I thought it would be a really good gift to give because realistically, you use those things more than you think. So I thought it was a cool gift. Yeah, I was all the new Minikins look it's different from her other 3 collections, but I honestly think all the collections are good. I love how she comes up with patterns. She just they put a lot of work into it. Her and Danny do a lot of work, and it shows, and her ideas, and I don't know, she's again a very fun person to test for. Yeah, I want like all cool holiday themed ones. Like I want a Memorial Day, 4th of July, just like I thought like a cool summer one. Like I seen this 80s themed fabric on Etsy where like it was like the slip and slide, and I was like that would be a cool casserole. Like just like cool stuff. Like I think it would be great. So yeah, you have that coming out, and then again, like I said, there's vinyl. I'll show you tomorrow the vinyl from the vinyl I have from Backstitch. That I was really surprised because they said back to basics. So when they before they got their testers, I was like, oh, they're gonna bring some old prints, you know. No, they came out of left field and they have vinyls, and I'm like, holy heck, the saddle's smooth. There's a couple testers that had it in brown, and literally I need like 12 rolls of that. I'm not gonna even lie to you. It is the prettiest brown you've ever seen. It looks like, you know how like in the Gherardini commercials, they'll have the milk chocolate and they're like stirring it? That color is the color of the vinyl. And I'm like, where did you get this color from? So I was really surprised with that they came out. And like I said, the crackle of you look at the crackle, it looks like dragon scales. It's really cool. Slip and slide. I thought it was be funny. It would be like, oh, I was talking to about Sarah Lawson, So Sweetness. Her mini kitten season 4 comes out. Is it this week? Probably. I think it's this week, or I believe so. I want to say it's this week. So yeah, so hers come out, and I always think that you get a good bang for your buck for that because like you get what you get 12 patterns, you get 12 different videos, whatever files have SVG files. I only think like two or three patterns don't have SVG pattern files because they're cut and measurement as you want. And I'm just like, I don't feel like everyone understands. Like, so think about it. Most people that do make a bag automatically don't make videos. So she has a video. She takes anywhere from 17 to 24 hours to film one video. She also timestamps all of her videos. It's something that I always appreciate with Jess Oakley because that is a very time consuming thing to timestamp everything. That's a very like I'm not there yet. I just because I got frustrated because I was off by 1 minute on everything. I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I don't know how they do it. It's so they timestamp everything, and then on top of it, she creates SVG files so that way you can cut them out on all different machines, whether you have a Silhouette, Brother, Circuit, what have you. And then she has AO files that you can send to PDF plotting if you don't want to cut and paste things. You can just print them out. That's a lot. So her normal thing is $15 just to get that for one pattern and all of those. You're getting 12. You're kind of getting a huge discount. So like I personally, once I started testing for them, like you're getting a really good bang for your buck. And I get people want just like one pattern they don't want to pay for, but that's the thing about Minikins. They stay together. They never go on sale and they never separate. Yeah, this Sunday then. Yeah, I'm really excited for her because it's a really good collection. She did a really good job, and then watching Tula Pink making her casserole dishes and stuff like that, and the things that she made yesterday, I was like, "Yeah, Sarah." Yeah, and yeah, Crafty Gym. Oh god, I tell people all the time, if you still feel like you're a beginner bag maker, go to Sarah Lawson, So Sweetness, or Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. They break things down that like when you're done you're like, yes, I'm a professional bag maker. Like you feel so confident. They're wonderful teachers, like wonderful teachers. So both of them, and she does have, I did see Vanessa has the mini bag things. I was looking at them yesterday. I was like, this is cool. I like all these teachers coming out with like a spurt of bags because it's like a different from like one pattern. Like here's a whole bunch of patterns that you may like in this collection, and they have like different things you can do. So I like them a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making the Bella wallet today because I want something that I can sew up before the kids come home. And I'm going to film a Nova's Notion with this really cool tool that I stumbled upon when I was looking at different notions. And when I found it, I was like, why has no one tell me what this is? This is amazing. So I'm going to do that. I think that's it. Not filming because BG&E. I'm hoping that whatever this gas thing, it goes away because I feel like it makes me nervous now every time they drive into our housing complex. I'm just like, is everything okay? And then when they knock on your door, it's not like knock, knock, knock. They're doing it like, open up, it's the police. And you're just like, oh my God, is the house going to explode? Because it's BG&E. So then the firemen are there. It's a whole lot of like, it's a little bit stressful. I'm not going to lie. And it always happens when Kendall is not home, like, are far away from home. I'm like, so I know I'm excited today. I'm hoping that they don't turn away mail people because I got my little mini box totes from Sonar. I'm really excited because I'm trying to make like 12 of them for he's agitated because of the BG people. They're literally around the way our townhouses go. There's like 7 units connected on each thing, and then in between each backyard there's 6 feet, and then there goes another townhouse. There's only 117 townhouses in our complex, so when there's work getting done and they shut things down, you can hear them all over the place, and he's agitated. So but he's in the crate, and I'm doing better with the crate. I didn't do the best yesterday. I kept taking him out and just like sitting on the patio or sitting on the deck with him and just hanging out, like not moving. But he's, I don't know. I have a problem with crate training. I was one of those people that had a hard time putting my kid in the crib too. I'm not good at this. Something cries and like my heart just breaks, and then I'll start crying, and it's just bad. It's a so yes, okay. So you okay? Because like I try to explain BG&E to be like half the time that half the workers are just chilling in there. There was a guy that fell asleep and his head hit the horn, and he was like he was knocked out. And I'm like, he's behind this machine that can bulldoze over all these houses. What are you doing, sir? Can you please wake up? Oh yeah, that's that they were watching their dad cut shelves for me that day. Yeah, you understand, like, their BG&E is just I don't know. Either it's a hit or miss. You either get, like, the really cool, kind, sweet, and very professional, knowledgeable people, or you get people like, "How are you powered through this? How are you working through this? Do they let you go into the government buildings?" Like I know. Okay, thank you. Because like every people are like, I can't do the crate. It makes me feel sad. And then yesterday he went into the crate by himself, and I cried. And Kendall was like, you need to get it together." I was like, it's making me sad because he's supposed to be free. And the thing is I wanted to bring him down here. I made like a cool little doggy bed with pillows, but the thing is he still wants to jump up on things. Like even when he's on his leash, we have to like we catch him and we slowly put him back down to the ground. He there's no area in my house that doesn't have a surface that he can't jump on. So no. So, and the crate fit is too big to fit in the hallway in here. It would totally be a fire hazard and I would fall over it or something. If there's a chance for me to get injured, it's gonna happen. So no, crate training is really, really hard. And I found out yesterday, even though Kendall wanted to be like Stonewall Jackson, he can't handle either. He's like, "Well, do you think if I pick him up and put him in the bed, he'll just sleep there all night?" I'm like, "No, because if he jumps off the bed to hang out with Roxy, we're in trouble because now he stretched out his stitches and you know how the other dog automatically wants to lick and clean a wound. So we kept him in the crate. We just moved the crate back and forth so that way he can be by us. But yeah, when we went to check his wound today, holy hell. I think okay, so one part I didn't do crate thing because no one told me in the beginning to put him in the crate. They were just like, leave the cone on him and he's just in do only 3 walks a day. So I was like, okay, did that. Stitches were bleeding open, took him back. They restitched him with glue. And they didn't tell again to put us in the crate. He looks like he's almost 100% healed. Like there's no bleeding, there's no pus. The wound is not even open. I'm like, I'm so glad I went with my instincts and was like, no, I want to go through with my regular vet. I'm not going back to that emergency surgery place for anything in the world. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it was shame on me the second time. So I'm going to my vet and he's healing. He's healing. Like almost like cried happy tears. And I know you're like, Shinobi, you cry a lot. No, normally I don't, but with animals, I do. So, I don't, they're innocent. They just are there. Yeah. Okay, so the neighbor the neighbors on the right side of us, they like to feed Loki and they like to give him because she's always growing some kind of like eggplant, pumpkin, something. So she was like, "Where's Loki?" And I was like, "Hold on." So I got the leash and I let him go out there, and she's like, "Oh, he had surgery." She comes around and she gives him like a plate full of all these vegetables, and he was just eating it and stuff. It was super cute. So like he's missed in the community. Apparently, people just like feeding my dog, or like people are not afraid of him. Like that's the it's the most intriguing thing. Like I walk Roxy, and like people are like walking around. Loki, like even when I walk him, he will sit while other dogs come, and I'll be like, "Do not engage," and he'll just look at them and not do anything. But let it be a kid, and he's like wagging his tail, and all these kids are like, "I want to pet him." And they just come and hug, and I'm just like, "Holy." Kids are so innocent. They don't some kids just do not fear anything, and it always freaks me out because I'm like, I know my dog's not gonna attack, but, like, you can't just wrap your arms around a dog. Like, but he's really approachable, like, because he's quiet. He's a very quiet dog until there's yard work or be Genie. Yeah, Roxy's she's a cutie and she's vicious, so she's if she was ever not on her leash, I would probably be screaming, "Run to you." Like, her temperament is interesting, like, you're in the house, she loves you to death, but anyone that's outside of the house, she's like even walking. Okay, so Loki just walks with you, right? No issues. When you tell him not to engage with another dog, he'll sit down, just look at the dog and whatever. But Roxy, I don't, it's like she thinks she's like a massive, she's like pulling you, and you're looking at her and her two legs, you're like trying to pull her back, and she just keeps pulling at you, and you're like, okay. And Kendall's like, I actually think I need to put her in dog training. I'm like, she's 8 years old. She's had this issue all her life. Like she just pulls you no matter how many times you walk her. And she doesn't like anyone. So as soon as someone crosses the path, she's barking at them. If a dog is doing, she's willing to engage. And she has a really feisty personality. And the crazy thing about it is I trust her judgment more than anybody or anything in this world. Because either my dog Roxy likes you or she doesn't. And if she doesn't like you, I'm questioning you right there because she's really funny. She doesn't like certain people, and then I don't know. She's feisty. She's mighty but feisty, and she's 60 pounds. She's a good sized dog, but she's not like big. And there's a lot of big dogs out here. There's a lot of Great Danes, King Corsos, those mountain dogs that I want to braid their hair. Their hair's so pretty. Oh my god, no, my Roxy does not like my father at all. Like like anytime he comes over, she tolerates him, but she's visibly vibrating when he's there. Like there's her and him do not get along. Yeah, the crazy thing, like, because it's hard. Like people are reaching. I have so many awesome people that are reaching out to me. Like, how are you doing today with it? I know you expressed that it's hard, and I even have I had the vet, and the vet said she's been a vet for over 20 something years, and she hates creating her dogs. She's like it's like a she's like I understand that it's good for them to have it because like if you're getting work done on the house or something like you could put them in a crate, but she's like when you see them going in there willingly, it just make kind of breaks your heart. Like you feel like you're breaking their spirit. And I'm like, that's exactly what I feel like. Like Loki's just a really lovable pup that likes to be underneath you and he's there. And it sucks because like he like normally wherever I'm at, he's not that far away from me. So I know it's for the best though, and they were right because between sedating him with the right medicine and giving him the pain medicine and creating him, he's his wound is really good, and I look forward to next Friday when he can get his stitches removed. My vet was more concerned about why would they use disposable like the not disposable, but the stitching that goes and dissolves in you because she's like when they're usually bigger, they don't do it because they use more of their muscle and it was just a very interesting thing. And, you know, at the end of the day, he had 3 surgeries in 3 weeks. And the third time is a charm, and I learned a lot. Follow my instincts, and if something doesn't feel right, get a different opinion. Hey, Kendall. Yeah, because Kendall will tell you, like, I am having the hardest time with crate. And then we even text each other. He was like, he went back into his crate on his own. I was like, this makes me so sad. And he's like, it makes me sad too. It just, that's just, we know the crate is good, but man, because like if you're around Loki, you understand he's essentially Scooby Doo. And like, you know how Scooby eats everything? Loki does the same thing. he's, he's just not, he does I can't say he can't talk. He talks a lot. He's just not, human talk. But it's just it's hard because like he's even though he's wagging his tail and he's, giving us the kisses, it's not the same where he's like being his normal like Scooby-Doo Loki self. Oh. Whoa, that's so sad. Why would someone do that? Like, what kind of sick person has to harm an innocent animal? Like, really? Like, when I always hear somebody say that a person harmed an animal, like you're just I really am side eyeing you. Like, unless that dog or cat or like raccoon, I mean, I don't really like trash pandas, but I wouldn't like harm them. like, um, but my thing is like unless they're physically biting you and you have to do like a life and death situation or super harm, if you're just because like there's something wrong with you, there's something you need to get help. Like the minute that crosses your mind, you should be like, I need to get help. Like, who does that? They're innocent. All they want to do is love and to be loved back. Hmm. Yeah. I okay, so like I haven't found murder bone and I was trying to put that in there with him. I haven't Kindle finds all the bones and then they just disappear in the house. Like there's like a secret Narnia door that takes all the dog's toys, but then when you do a really deep clean, they all appear out of nowhere. Yeah, I was trying to find. I thought like I was going to tell Kindle to go to because our son has football practice today, and I was going to see if it's near PetSmart to get him one of those ostrich bones because it could be something he does while he's in there, and it has nutrients and whatnot. But yeah, I haven't been able to find murder bone at all, like at all, which is kind of concerning. I don't know. I also think Roxy does stuff, and no one, and people think in the family it's me. Like Kendall and I put Loki downstairs. And I was like, oh, cool. He has like this red conch chewing toy that realistically, like two more times with him, we're gonna have to throw it away because he can rip apart those like Kong, those super big balls like no one else that are meant for dogs to rip apart, but he does it really fast. So I was like, cool, this one's smaller. I just throw it in like the kennel, the cage, or whatever with him, and it was on the ground. It was on the ground. So Kendall and I went both back downstairs. When we came upstairs with the dog to put him in the kennel, the it was gone. I was searching the bed. I went underneath the dresser, and I know Roxy took it. I like 100%. I know Roxy took it. Yeah, like I am like I don't even know. I know that she took it. So yeah. But my neighbor on the side that does the plants was asking for him yesterday, so I did take him out because she her garden is amazing. Like I want to. It'd be weird though to take pictures like above the thing because it'll look like it just looks worse. So that's not happening. Her garden's amazing and she likes Loki. So she does not feed Roxy. I was curious, but she feeds Loki. And I don't really mind because her garden is amazing. like she like whenever she grows something, so if she does any kind of squash thing, it comes over to our side and we're like, yay. But then Loki likes squash, like pumpkins, anything that's in that kind of squash family he will destroy it. Like he gives it a minute to grow, and we're like excited thinking that we're gonna get pumpkins, and he likes the leaves on it, the whole 9 yards. I don't know. This he's a very interesting pup. Um, and I'm curious because Kendall and Hope got made their start doing their garden this week, and I'm like, how long after he's done with recovery is it gonna take him to get inside this garden? because we have seen Loki inside the garden and the gate wasn't open. So we were like, how the heck did he get in there? Because he's like scratching at us to get out. Like that dog, Loki's a very interesting dog. No, no, no. I do the same. I like okay, so my favorite true crime is I love Bailey because she's funny. I like sarcastic people, and I love that chapter because the guy has an Irish brogue, and when he says stuff, I'm like, I believe you. Um, I'll listen to that too, but then occasionally I'll listen to Mr. Balling because I like the way he tells stories, and I like how he tells like believe it or not stories or places that you shouldn't go. I listen to that while I'm sewing. Somebody else had a really funny TikTok, like they're showing them elegantly putting together a bag and having clips and everything. Their hair was blowing in the wind, and then they're like, "This is Instagram and TikTok and Facebook ready." What I'm really like, she's in like pajamas, one shirt's off, her hair's off, she's trying to eat a banana, and then she's listening to true crime, like, oh, I knew he did it. I was like, 100%, I'm that girl. I listen to true crime while I'm sewing. That's just, I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, I think he is a jumper. The thing, he is a jumper, but I don't know if Kindle's still on here. That gate is like, it's taller than Hope. So like I'm like, what unless you're doing I mean the deers do that out here and it really freaks me out. Like I'm like, do you guys ever really see a deer? They just like like Santa's that like Rudolph, how they would just like jump. They just I don't know how they do that. That is weird. It's super weird. And I'm like, am I the only one that noticed that? Like how they just like it's like not even a lift off. They're just like just that I think Loki does that. Yeah, they do. And Danes eat everything. Danes. I can't tell you how many times we had to try to save our food because we haven't learned from our mistakes. Like, you know how like you get the chicken out of the broiler, you put it on the stove, you put like a kitchen towel or a dish towel over it so it can lock in all the moisture, but you don't cut the meat yet because you want your meat to be juicy. You walk away, right? You're like, who's fighting upstairs? Don't fight. You walk, then you turn around, and then Loki's trying to steal a hot piece of chicken, and you're like, you're going to burn your face, dude. He sits underneath Hope because Hope baby birds him um all the time. I'm only giving him a little bit, and you're like, I know who feeds him because he lays underneath him. It's the girls. Kinkin doesn't really give him food because Kinkin's like, it's my food, I'm gonna eat it. But the girls, they'll be like tossing things underneath the table, and I'm just like, me. Yeah, he's a spoiled little brat sometimes. I love him though. Yeah, it's the only thing I can listen to. I can't listen to other people sew. And here's why. Whenever I listen to live, like if a Susie and Rosie have a live, I cannot focus. I'm so busy laughing and talk, like watching them talk and having that banter that I can't sew. So, like when Kasaya goes live or Lauren goes live, I always watch it at night when I'm like not sewing. Um, I can't do it, but true crime I can because normally they usually do the most sensationalized stories that we've already heard, but they're telling us a story in a different perspective. So yeah, I do too. But I'm noticing that that's why that's why I said we should do Weird Wednesday, where we tell weird stories that whatever, and then we should have. I think that it would be really fun to have a true crime or like a haunted story time and so like I in my head I want to do the tombstone bag with you guys in October, part of the October so and like have like it be a live where you can ask me questions on how to make it, but we're also telling a story of like three stories that are true or false or something, just to have fun. Because I'm beginning to realize a lot of people in our that do sewing listen to true crime. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing. Like, that's a weird thing to be coincidental. Like, no, not the vlog life, not makeup, um, not clothing haul, but true crime. It's interesting. Yes. Yeah, he stole like Loki stills, like, and we're like, and because they're so tall, you don't hear them doing it. Like his head can go on the counter without his paws ever leaving the ground. So he's like, I'm like, dude, I understand now because someone was like, when you have a Great Dane or a Cane Corso or any kind of big Mastiff, your whole life changes because it's different when like Roxy can't get onto the counter. So like this dog, and he's fast, and like I've seen him take bananas off. You know how you have your little banana hook? I have literally seen him pull bananas. So if there's like a little stump, that's because he pulled the banana off and ate the whole banana. And I'm like, I can't. The thing is that when he was a puppy, he would go into the restroom with all of us. Now he tries to do it, and you're like, there's no room for you and me in the bathroom, buddy. I know you're trying to protect me. You're my pack. But the minute you close that door, he's on to something. He's figuring something out. And you're just like, damn. And where does all the food go, Loki? Where does it all? Yeah, we have the microwave is a safe bet. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I know he doesn't have opposable thumbs, but I think some way, somehow he'll get to it. I don't know. That dog really loves food, like a lot. And like earlier this week, I made a huge mistake. So Kendall told me to take the chicken and the steak and like cook them in the broiler for Loki, no seasoning, and then just put them in this. He made this huge rice pot and like sweet potatoes, and we could just scoop it because we're trying to give him like no process, no nothing while he's going through the surgery, so it could be easier on his stomach, right? Apparently Kendall bought us a steak too for dinner, like this huge ribeye thing, but he didn't tell me that the Loki steak was in the other side of the first. So I just see this chicken and the meat on top of each other. So I cooked it. This guy's been eating like a king for like 3 days. Yeah, Loki. Loki eats bananas. He'll eat the pill the whole 9 yards. I don't know why he likes bananas so much. He likes apples. He likes pears. Um he likes apples and pears the most. Pears because Hope is addicted to pears, and like the minute she's done with the core, he'll just take it and go. I'm like, okay. He eats so much. He likes sweet potatoes. He likes potatoes. He likes carrots. There's not much I haven't seen him not like. I there's he's not a bougie eater like Roxy. She's a bougie eater. So, yeah, I right. I'm just seriously. I think like if Roxy did the countertop or tabletop things that Loki did, I would lose my mind. I'll see all these people that have like 8 Great Danes. I'm like, how do you have food in your house? Because I'm fairly certain they know how to open up the fridge. Like it's, I don't know. He's fast, and that's the thing. For something to be this big, you don't think they'll be that fast. It's just like, why are you so fast? Oh no, pears. The pear. He just like she does the pear ones. Yeah, pumpkins, yeah, apparently pumpkin's really good for a dog's digestive system. Had no idea, but Loki loves pumpkins. And you know what's really hard? It's hard to find canned pumpkin puree or anything like that, or when it's not the season. So like you know how like you can give them the regular pumpkins when you're carving them out, whatever. But during if when it's not that part of the holiday season, it's pretty hard to track down because the doctor was like, give them mixed brown rice with pumpkin puree, and they'll get like these nutrients. And we're like, cool. Where do we find? We went to like 4 different grocery stores, and none of them have canned pumpkin. I'm like, all right, now I know what next time I see it to buy extra because it's good for them. Yeah, I don't know. They like like he really likes pumpkins, and I don't, at first I thought he just like destroying them because he's a puppy, but no, he eats them. He eats them. Yeah, I know that. I didn't know. I had no idea it's good for the stomach. Like if your dog is having issues where it's not having the number twos, that you mix it with something like rice, and it helps their stomach tremendously. I had no idea. I've had dogs all my life and no vet has ever told me that. I was like, okay. But then it explains his weird fascination with pumpkins. And I'm secretly hoping that my next door neighbor grows them again because I love seeing the vines of the pumpkin. Now, do I like them taking over the garden? No, but I like seeing them at a distance. And now, because whenever we get pumpkins, he lets them get to about this big and they're not green anymore, and then he destroys them. Yeah, I'm hoping that I told Kendall if there's any pumpkins that come out, like any, I'm not eating them from the garden. Like there's no way. It's super gross because I know where these seeds come from. It's not if it's not coming between the fences, it's his poop pumpkins, and I'm not doing it. I can't. Just, that's the line for me to cross. Unless we're like in a zombie apocalypse, then I have to do what I got to do. But no, yeah, Loki likes pears. He likes bananas. He likes a lot of fruits, and yeah, a lot of fruits, and he likes pretty much anything. Hope gives him all this stuff. Like if she doesn't want to finish her hamburger, she get like Hope's the worst. Like she's the most like you know how you have that one person's an enabler. Oh, he's looking at me with his eyes. I'm like, well, I don't know what else he'd be staring at you with, but he's so cute. He's my baby boy. I'm just like, yeah, like I can't. Like she's really like hardcore. Like the thing is she always also pretends that Roxy is her favorite, right? But the person that she gives everything to is Loki. He needs to get bigger. Does he though? Does he? Like, it's really hard. She's taking it hard to she does not like seeing the cage. I gotta say, all the kids don't like seeing him because you're just used to his presence and him not doing mischief right now is like disturbing the house. Like he didn't eat a pair of shoes today. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna be hopping off. I'm going to drink some coffee, go take the pup for a walk, and then work on the Bella. I'm really excited because I've been wanting to do this. It looks like a fast make. So I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. Um, yeah, and then also tomorrow I'm going to be Rosie and Rosie and Susie are going to be sewing. I'm going to be sewing live with them. And it's nothing like coordinated. We're not all doing the same bags, but we'll be live just chit chatting and sewing and whatnot. So I will give you more information about that tomorrow as well. So I will see you guys all later, and I hope everyone makes good choices and everyone stays safe and happy sewing. Bye. My nose is stuffy.